That's right.
Na a brain to a meaning commombra.
That's right, Cobra.
Me ba na ya twaso.
That's right.
Okay, ti I for your crown so na ye ne Honorable Joseph Yamin, former Deputy Youth and Sports Minister, na kwa kodin komo kakra na yahwe the way forward Ghana as say said Niema AC Echo. Honorable, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Honorable, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
May I sure say Mpombo call.
Oh, Yamin, why any dear? After Kukuado dear.
Okay. So Yamu Kwaba, Edoba, Amenfi West, Ahinkru, Asankrangwa, Ahobrase FM so.
Major Zuminia.
Okay, that's a pani bra when ya maya ye. Now, where do you throw a boko, a drew baby? I see a bamboo penny phone ho. Now, ya Jima Green Chekakra on the way forward, Ghana, yes, sportsy. Young shots here, Ghana as a nation, January, young share, yes, sports, no, as compared to previous years, no, say, yeah, quite an age now.
Well, it depends on and what assessment you are doing.
Okay.
Because sports, you know, so and your football and you say, oh, PF free, your footballer, your assessment may be different from OPA from athletics and I say other sporting disciplines.
Okay.
But in general, as a sports former sports minister, me give this a byway I'm born whom modern when it comes to sports.
Okay.
Infrastructure wise and competition wise, say yentimi enye enumunyam die bia a kire so. Example no say in the 4-year period of the NDC Oka infrastructure, at least the Cape Coast Stadium was built. Me a deputy minister and I'm a cat sword for the Cape Coast Stadium.
Okay.
In 2 years, the DC Stadium complete. And that is the only available FIFA approved without any IBA for tournaments.
Okay.
And then that same period, now, they see Azuma Nelson sports complex.
Okay.
These are very major and big infrastructure. The new Ahobrase Stadium here, all within 4 years. But so here MPP there, almost a CSA stadium across the country. And no crown and yet MPP and this were unlike Azuma Nelson complex ne Cape Coast Stadium a buying when this were no washas na all the year.
Okay.
But the sports stadium stadium now mostly across the country. They are part of the blueprint a ministry and the MPP betway. In fact, the funding for our project and the project me and take it off. But our funding no more. Yet now send ye dean yesterday. Yemfa amendment in parliament. I'm talking about May during the time and I'm a deputy minister.
Okay.
And the NDC. The amendments called Parliament echo amend the Youth Authority law. And I am a youth authority today, Omuo Sika Omonsa Kano quarterly bia as a result of a release common fund. Sika ekokoko authorities no. And at the NDC, the NADMO ko and the NADMO seed capital. He releases Sika Ebiko. Youth authority we did same. And Tisa Sikana Ebeko no na yem funded this sports complex. And I said now it's supposed to be a sports complex, not football park.
Okay.
And MPP for a football park. It's supposed to be a sports complex. It is yes, it falls under the youth authority, which is under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And the check is stadium no musisi across now. Who's a funding and as a payment from the youth authority, not from the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Okay.
But what the young family or more as a credit because or more breast and but what I'm trying to say is say omuna ya banyo omunya banyo sa stadium after the amendment of the law and ka yebeden and ka yebisi. Now so 6 years more omama mum ni away. Not a single one of them because sa stadium no has been completed. And this over 6 years in a stadium getting 10,000, 5,000 capacity, 5,000 capacity. Yentimi wie ba ko pepra. Now the whole to the obesi a whole stadium complete one. A see boxing arena. And the Timmy host to international bout. Then in terms of infrastructure, you can't tell me say Martina Hopping. Now making the general market MPP for by or my idea because I've not seen anything going around. In fact, near Kwaji near your friend Olympic Games, Africa Olympic Games. It was your time and you make it the move to go and bid. Now the reason now near they bid for tournament is at the end Ghana being an Olympic size sports stadium. An Olympic sports stadium, and I just say a stadium where all the facilities of sports.
Okay.
Said Kayani Etia Kunyaswa would have built that sports complex. But then I know say a binary engineer yet. In the stadium, no, you're born, you're back born or a Legon Park, a sea park, and then getting because Abai doesn't have the money to build these things. Abino is only improving existing facilities. And that to me is a failure on the part of government because you could host to your tournament hosting so that you improve the facility because you will have to build them before you have the right to host.
Okay.
You host to where our facilities now be kaukrum or abeya. So that is the only time nanke bet me an Olympic stadium, but ya ntimia anya den anye and the getting no krano development it's not going on so well. Abebre na wo fears be say one year a beer na Ghana at the end no. And the right to host it.
Okay.
Infrastructure wise, I don't think so. Actually, I improve, especially when a Siamania 4 years to be on, and to an opportunity to serve for a very long time. As a course, will be to me, but when to me. Then when you come to competition wise, and also so I buy. Untimin fan munyama ade papa bia mfanye den emba chese under the 10 one almost competition be ko bia no you back out with a very bad performance the recent African Cup of Nations, was something that we beat me the other actually.
Okay.
But under the NDC administration, I think it's 2013 African Cup of Nations, the second, we were eliminated on the final day by penalties. Yes, I bought Chan tournament and also an African Cup, and also the second, South Africa. At least that is a major idea. Of course, the junior teams are Mekaisa made the under 20 Echo Costa Rica tournament in Turkey.
Okay.
Emma, you win a bronze at the buy. Some other competitions, athletics, we should say when some medals. We are not seeing that under the MPP. Indeed, both sides they have not been able to perform better as we expected them.
Okay. Well, honorable now Kasafa infrastructure home. He say Ghana na yewo nord and say 2023 African Games na be hosti Okroma. Wo hwe infrastructure ya ready say betima host this tournament no.
No question we am say medical answer in my earlier answer. The American say binum kura suru so one way ya. Na yantimi because next year.
Okay.
And Jumano stadium need the end means if you go buying this guy or DVC. And Bisuka will see an iron here and Yantimi and Kuri. But near you say to say Legon Park. So what a park and also Nancy. Who they say Jumano is at a slow pace.
Okay.
Do you crowd who said you may be correct? And now we share your time kakra there in 20 they didn't also.
Okay.
So what the best say? Your time kakra there, but the way I buy sika semno work for money I don't know ama ayehu kakra but we will only pray.
Okay.
And she said so but say abanu gusu a all ye bibi ne kire say abanu is interested host say tournament. I'm very sure say abanu be try to find a yes to complete it. We are likely there's work going on, but they're very slow, I have problem.
Okay, still on infrastructure na sanse hono a new also pa yewo Kumasi Sports Stadium, Accra Sports Stadium ya renovations ahodo was several so still yentimi meet CAF standard no as a nation omo a de show omo nsa no omo ntimi hwa so ye ana say bia aban ne den pa no be ya ebetimi meet sa CAF standard a omo hwa no go Kumasi ya Accra ya ba still ye meet.
Well, so cause ye meet criteria no you may not be right because it's a sports stadium idea host to African Cup of Nations. A pen. It's a sports. I'm saying the problem happens to be with the grass.
Okay.
You rely on original grass.
Okay.
Original grass and also the rain pattern and a dinghy. So and then so we're born now artificial grass. So probably the grass one of the major Mayambo in Nigeria no Cape Coast because now MPP for acquire or more independence celebration or park and so and I say park and so what to do.
Okay.
Because and also is still a natural grass. And the park no sooner correct no bet me ama problem.
Okay.
But again, there is a major renovation works was a cost all the 4 major stadia na one. That is Kumasi, Accra, Esipon, and Tamale. Esipon crowd, I'm say abandoned so Tamale crowd is being used by RTU, you know, wait me. Now, Obekai so a Siama be a minister. Nasama Odi can and say he was going to close down Accra and Kumasi sports stadium. Now, why a renovation?
Yeah.
Which 1 year by no team close down. Because the renovation works on South Stadium. And also change the budgetary allocation of the ministry in the budget. So it makes it very difficult to do it. In the time I know myself as deputy to Honorable Levis Fie Ankran, what we proposed is to try to get a private entity, to want to come in. Nanka. At the point, I even proposed stadium no can be picked up. They say MTN say na a name Kumasi Sports Stadium was MTN Sports or whatever.
Okay.
So that they will take care of the renovation and everything. Now, or more So what I'm trying to say is advertising. So maybe Emirates Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
Then it means that they have their branding. So it means it be that pressure not from a buying in terms of Sikai the because a very huge budget. And a buyer and at this point I will not do politics. Okay. At this point I'm talking as Obia or Adiano, not from the political lens, but holistically. Makano Bibri said as Obia Mako Ministry hoping. Ne Obia Mabobo pen and Sana me be a minister. Me fee said ya buying kwa including me my buying energy at sweet. Ye da football as a grow instead of a business.
Okay.
But football move from agro to business. And then the Europeans move money in terms of football because they saw football to be a business long ago. The time of more business na who agro. And I had to say, Yanum be a mobile and quite because man, we no never no even allow it born you only.
Okay.
Meanwhile, say ne oma your mom ye training park or bobo, then you get to know that we are better than them. And this encourage so my such opportunity and I see young Conco Bobia. Probably a Bianca the Messis, the Peles and others more free system more than at the other. So a bassa, mimi school I'm a core. Me primary school I'm a core. Ye ni baby a bobo. And this a uko school muhonwa. Time was only a core inter colleges. I mean inter schools.
Yeah.
Yes, you call a binum school. Ne akwakunya park akwaye training. Ewo so. Just a ye be keke because school no ni interest say obekwa kosunya ade na akwa school not say obekwa akwaye bo. So padoko abrochira it's not like that. Oko other countries they know that development of talent started from schools
Yeah.
And even though they may not have coast teams around, but Nkwarana wo school ho no mo no. Ye will be to momo bobo, they develop it. Park papa or boss boy, be pekino, then near shipuno through that side. So you cannot just get up and say wakwakoti school. You ubeti school when your baby among Korana diagro, whatever normally about. Yenya the antenna. Then you sit here, football development, and there will be a team. You cannot do that in the outside world. Answer now, bet your stadium facility will be okay because people are coming there to pay for you to get money. Nipana will train you on tomba and they binum there stelling your tone, saying your tone. How much is the team raking in? Saying a PSG for the cover. Neyman at the buy, how much? No, that is what people generate from football.
Okay,
but you're part of the world. You're until you call Accra Sports Stadium. House of Folk, I attained 1901 was in fact. Is still struggling to have a sports stadium after 100 years of being in existence.
Yeah,
it doesn't talk well of Accra House of Folk. It doesn't talk well of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko, on it, and yeah, buying a Daurumana stadium, or Nicking face and a stadium, above ball. Accra House of Folk, and the Olympics struggle for a year.
Accra Sports
Stadium. I want to say another team be and also qualify to the Premier League.
Accra Lions, Accra or Hodada.
Accra Lions, so on to say Nandaruma, a friend is saying Legon Park or never move back Elwak. Elwak here, as a grass in into players and a bobo, so then they are complaining. So it means it looks like teams in the Kekani better because I was a crooning team, but not the business aspect of it. Inti abainanka sanso tihoi. Ukachi and say, mupe 1 million the aqua tournament about 1 million the old I mean, you see a daylight cook crew so you cry or see a macro in you. Yeah, no, better 1 million the amount of a cocoa boy. Meanwhile, they expect you to be able to go and compete with or more 1 million be a moment crop for the echo.
Okay.
Under 20 youth tournament born with Turkey. I wasn't surprised France winning a competition. France for no more apart from more technical team for the team, no, and no more players, no. Almost our scouts, I mean, the technical team. Oh, the opponent, no one never bought the next match. That coach is an alcohol. You were the other defense, you were the other midfield, you were the other attack.
Okay.
Our more your home roots the other in Abanjo. We are normally a common team, no coach in Ankasa. Then they all sit down and plan a strategy to play you. Oh, technical team, if you cry, coaching out the neck or probably in a level of knowledge in coaching, crown or from Kaka. Not to talk of Okushia will be or what a technical team and extra team behind that or more information. So they were prepared to go in to go and win because tournament and so when you this Breno.
Okay.
At the Munyamo Breno, the tourist attraction in Bakuru. So until Yabai will see football or sports as a business now. And this I'm speaking as Obi Amako ministry hoping.
Okay.
I mean the challenges ministers go through under government.
Okay. Now just meteo ye pa ni nyina ka ho bi na ama say Ghana ha Bank Africa the nimi ye pa nka ye juvenile teams no being under 17 20 23 na ke nimi ye pa na honorable say yenya qualification ye kokata na enkane na nkaja ibenya under 24 a ka omo na progress akọ omo nim nyankodo omo akọ tournament no you say ye hwe Ghana fo ya wo omo wa abrochiri ene omo switch omo nationality be body ama Ghana you know say a lazy man's approach ana say you say baby ya dru no e ho ana say se ekọ no
I two ways. Makano baby pain. Say you don't solve a problem by creating a problem. And the problem be that will be no also what or say o share say obe solve a chirim kofa a bia Emma. So, tournament, you go with your best team because we'll be adding the best team there and ever.
Okay.
So, at that point, you may want to look for your best materials. Now, do Omwako. So, it is not wrong for Ghana after you qualify to want to look at say your player be a bit me I rely on for a good performance and that's a baby sir. But where we are now, it looks like you're more interested in tournament, than building a consistent team.
Okay.
Because what qualify we now you are impressing on players are better and south from crowds, they be crowds from Ghana for they don't consider themselves as Ghanaians. Didn't even want to be associated as Ghanaians. But because in Ghana as a footballer, you mean World Cup. Because players be to say Abedi Tele, Tony Yeboah, Prince Upuku, and others. Ball or ball we are saying Yebin Korea OCC Abo.
Okay.
But they don't have their names on the history books to say World Cup be Omuyeden Omubobi. And I think something they will regret as players not to have played in the World Cup. And the player will want to play at that highest level of football. Until now that you have qualified, and yet they to be able to convince Ghana Nibia or an audience on Mama Blasters Spain.
Okay.
Probably Bia or Jane say be a Krubi or was over friend. Amanabama Kruno, but when that opportunity until a Ned Ghana qualifier a Fremia member. Eho. Sir, and a mono a year bad because it looks like you qualify and one all the attention were now on Ghana anyway, the Obobo Ghana new Yambo modern and Kwakasa. And almost Sankophone in answer so or more difficulties in accepting to come and play or more switches with your nationality very fast to want to come and play. That is good.
Okay.
But say a boy now in the World Cup, it will take another 4 years to go to the World Cup. Are these people going to be available? A BSc playing, I will say Kevin Prince Boateng, a friend to Mobo Magana at the point, or deny, or he declined. But you call World Cup, and taking some time to want to accept to come and play for Ghana. Your ball tournament in the year, I was saying so be anything, or so I got the out bedding or be booking. One more till you be qualify. In fact, you qualify every that is you share Egypt 6-1 or Ghana, I a return match.
Okay.
And Sana Kevin Pimwatin I accept to want to come and play. He still plays football, but he's not willing to come and play for Ghana. But me assure say and now I qualified to the World Cup. Yes, actually and South Africa Kevin Prince Boateng, he will want to come and go and play there. So say I'm here, you World Cup, no. But you know at the point where these players now Moko World Cup and you're available, no. You may not get some players to want to show up because quite to say use and dump you. And the approach, you know, and I was here
Okay.
if indeed these players are coming because they feel so we are Ghana for and they have to commit themselves to Ghana, then you're good. But if they are going to play because they want to play in the World Cup, and when your opportunity to ask Ghanaians so much and we may solve a problem by creating a problem. Okay. But again, about World Cup New Year, there's still going to be the Blasters. There's still going to be a qualification to play Africa and to play the world. Will these players, you know, after going to the World Cup, now Mabua Ghana Mayatimiako perform better so well? Nagana Dinya Basro. Will these players be available? Say Ghana Kwakobo friendly match with a bit of Togo. Nini Nanso Kahoma a very good FIFA rating.
Okay.
Would they be available to say so? Ghana Nina Bubble Ghana Blasters. Yakobo Togo or Simeba. And I say, I know dear, below my standard. Remember, near the players be Yakobo Togo. Near the players be different, so Yakobo Brazil. That is what we have to be looking at. And it's not bad to want to get Ghana to want to be around to play.
Okay.
But because you want to perform better at the tournament and over perform better, you have to get all your arsenals right. But
okay.
At this point, we may solve the problem by creating a problem.
Okay, honorable yedase pa no bra wanyamaye. Ye jawa mwanko na honorable sports minister Mustafa Yusuf obaye be afeni fenie. Eba cho ni die kwan so uhu na adwuma ye sen.
Well, minister no, he started as Obia only control of the ministry. Obia onte sports no ase. So here Kwanya GFF for so appointed coaches. He seems not to agree with Omo, but they went ahead to appoint. There seems to be a certain problem between the current FA and the current
minister.
Okay. And minister own to me because all the GFN others are all under you. But so when you don't have that balls to be able to dictate or decide, then there's a problem. Or by so projects are probably a Siama no are still not going on. On also 1.5 years in or are they anything substantial to infrastructure and a very good performance for a team in competitions? I think that he's been a slow minister.
Okay.
But he still have years ahead of him. And I do name the a friend reshuffle. Of course, or the opportunity to serve for a long time. Maybe but for now I've not seen him do anything.
Okay. Lastly, ye jawamu previous no nanka Black Stars kobo tournament a yenim say winning bonus say no mbeje players beba se akwa say players clear dey ko tournament no. Tournament ntimi drew ho game aye kobo no drew na squad ne kra ye mfa ma abonten. Say there na asesa e na say first ne ba ye kasa bebre fa woni dia.
Ni asesa ne say media for no nyamo adwuma yi.
Te say
Eda say musuro aban na na say moya aban nkrofo. Eda say moya MPP4 and say musuro say mo kan MPP4 asem. Because during the NDC time, 1 month to the tournament, Kuranamo the pressure to you to want to know the budget for the competition. And pounds you the mamu namaka wasam omombe diatem omombe kisi. And a tournament a banu Timibabo think I just say a tournament in a barrier and the budget at the Koyaman. The media and we are happy with it. You are not talking. You are quiet. And you are supposed to bring the information. At the point information and you are not taking it. And a buying bit me catch was a tournament and indeed the same did that. Tournament we and then Obeka how much we have spent on a tournament. Your corner or win is $3 million. Near spending almost $3 or $4 million. They are called the same tournament. I think. No, but media know you were happy. I mean, come on, some crowd. So I see that the problem is with the media, not with any other sector. See the number here, you more professionally, and the NDC, you are not doing that same professional work and the MPP. Then I say, that's some way MPP4, and I say,
media no open information, almost all farm
mobile na muka ya nkagana food because yen time na mukpa na ya mfa mama ka mbet na mo video no so aka ye gusa information mo mfa by. What I want to put is that the kind of checks are na media no put on the NDC as a government and the free flow of information na ye dema media for mo mutiminya bidiye mu program magana for tiasie what is going on. It's not happening under this government. And any media house be angry enough at the government, especially at this time, your right to information act but you could still go see more information and why you know about it. And you know we interview and Kawaka say quiet.
Okay.
So until you guys begin to get up and say, look, enough is enough. Abino yeni do now. And you cannot be a lord over us near the no. And people found them when you forms are.
Okay, Honorable Joseph Yamin, former Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. Yedasi pa ne ebra wanya dia mayen. Okay. Okay, nti Honorable Joseph Yamin ene kokodi